Hello and welcome to the Michigan Financial Wellness Network October Partner Zoom. We're going to go ahead and get started with a fairly brief agenda this morning and actually reverse the order so that I'm going to give a few of our initiative updates first, and then we're going to spend time with everyone in the room giving updates of what's happening, what's coming up, what they're looking for, what they need, what they have to offer. So just going to skip ahead a couple slides here. And the Smart Money Michigan Kids Read, our Funding the Future initiative, the Fempreneur Summit, and our Smart Money Magic Show. Got just a couple of updates to share on those initiatives. First one, our Smart Money Michigan Kids Read. We are doing another new original title called Owl and Otter and the Big Talent Show. That book last year, Owl and Otter, and the Big Yard Sale, was extremely well received and much loved by teachers and librarians and our credit unions. Everyone really loved it. So we're doing a second new title, Owl and Otter and the Big Talent Show. I am looking for one more task force member, a childhood educator. I mean, like a preschool educator, kindergarten teacher, someone who's in the schools. I have a lot of volunteers from our libraries. I have a credit union representative, and this is someone who will just help us with reviewing the last couple of revisions to the book. It's already gone through several iterations with lots of feedback already. So this is not a heavy lift. This is a 32-page picture book. So if anyone has suggestions or wants to nominate someone who is a early childhood educator to help with that task force, please send me their information. My email, as you know, is mifinancialwellness@gmail.com. The book distribution is scheduled to happen March 4th through our RIDES TLN partnerships. And we're asking everyone to schedule their programs now for the month of April, Financial Literacy Month, April 1 through 31. Story times that are existing can simply be converted. It doesn't have to be a brand new event. It could be your typical, standing 10 a.m. story time on Tuesday, and you choose to give it a money theme and do, we've got a lot of suggestions, our collective idea sheet and the book that you'll be receiving. So, but some libraries do create new programs, and they'll do a whole Saturday, or they'll do a pajama story time, or a combination of those. So we've received 80 requests so far, and I still have about another 5,000 copies of the book available through the pool of books that we have coming for our library story times. There's also another pool of books that are available to credit union members through the Michigan Credit Union Foundation if they have a special program that they want to do outside of the public library story times, and they can contact the foundation directly. There's a process in place for that as well. So if you are a library and you've already placed your request, then you are good to go, and you should have received immediately an automatic reply saying that your request was received. If you're a credit union who partners with libraries, please encourage them to submit their request. Obviously you can offer your support in terms of supplemental activities, materials, volunteers, cookies, popcorn, whatever, to make their event super fun. So, and of course our sponsor, our books are provided to libraries and families by our Michigan credit unions with funding from the Michigan Credit Union Foundation. So that's the update on Owl and Otter. We have 80 requests in-house. We have another 5,000 books available, so we can accommodate a lot of libraries. It's still early. I mean, goodness, it's only, first part of October. Funding the Future. As far as I know, Carter is in the state this week. I think there were 4 shows booked. I didn't hear that, anything otherwise. So I think he is doing a small fall tour of our Funding the Future financial literacy concert and program. And then we are already doing bookings for the April tour. the spring tour, I should say, April 22nd through May 3rd. So if you work with or partner with Michigan middle schools or high schools that might be interested in hosting a program this spring, feel free to reach out to me and I can put you in touch with the scheduler. But they are already booking for that spring tour. It's a fantastic program. Hopefully you all know what it's about, but if not, again, reach out to me. I can send you some links with information about how that works. For the Fempreneur Summit, we do have our date and location confirmed, Wednesday, March 6th of 24. And we are going to again be at the Ward Church Northville location. They do have two campuses. So it's the Northville location at 6 Mile and Haggerty Roads. Something new this year, we're always looking to tweak and improve and evolve this event. We're taking over more space so that we can accommodate more exhibitors. And we're also redesigning the suites that we use for the programming to accommodate more participants as well. So this past year we did sell out, and we actually were oversold at about 108 people, and it was a little tight. So we're taking on more space. We can accommodate up to 30 exhibitors this year. So if your organization or business would like to have an exhibit space, it's only $100, and that includes your event ticket, it includes all the sessions, it includes lunch, and it includes an exhibit space. So if you're interested in having a presence at the event, feel free to reach out to me. The only category at this time that is not available because of our elite sponsor of Lake Trust Credit Union. So we would not entertain another credit union at the event in terms of sponsorship or exhibitor, but certainly your personnel are welcome to attend. And last year we did have quite a few folks in the credit union or banking space that enjoyed the day, came and networked and enjoyed the speakers. So we are looking for sponsors, and we have all kinds of levels intentionally. So if you know of any organizations that are fempreneurs themselves or support small businesses with products and services, I'd love to talk with them. So if you would do an introduction, I can do all the follow-up. But so that is a couple of updates there. Time, location, March 6th. And we've increased our exhibit space from last year, we could accommodate 20 and it sold out. And so this year we've taken on more space so we can accommodate another 10 exhibitors, putting us at 30. And we can accommodate probably up to about 150 attendees this year, which is quite a big expansion for us. And this year's theme, last year was Elevate. This year is It's Your Time to Shine. So I am still interested in what folks would like to know about in terms of having guest speakers. I love bringing in other voices and other expertise. So if you have suggestions for things that you'd like to learn about or speakers that you think would be good for the group, please send those to me. And I, again, can do all the legwork and scheduling, but I'd like to know what you all think in terms of who you'd like to see join us. And with that, the other thing, my only other update is not an update, but just to make folks aware, because I do get requests already for our Smart Money Magic Show that has been traditionally sponsored by Ally Financial, very generous sponsorship for, 8 years now. Their sponsorship cycle doesn't start until first of the year. So I won't know if I have funding or how much funding I will have for our Smart Money Magic Show for low-income elementary schools until after the first of the year. So just stay tuned. And, I'm always hopeful that they will continue to support that remarkable initiative. But I can't, in good conscience, I can't start scheduling schools now for April when I don't even know if I have the funding for that. Now, I do have a couple of other potential underwriting partners who have said they're interested in funding shows for specific partner schools, funding outside of Ally's sponsorship. So that is always a possibility as well. And I could start scheduling those dates as soon as we know how many, what kind of budget we have to work with. So that's the one caveat about our Smart Money Magic show, is that we could have dedicated funding from a different source for schools that that sponsor would want to underwrite. So so those are my updates. Does anyone have any questions about any of those initiatives? Our Smart Money Kids Read is in the throes of taking requests about funding the future for a spring tour, the Fempreneur Summit March 6th, or the Smart Money Magic Show. Because I'd like to open it up now and kind of start going around the room and getting updates from folks. And Derek, you're in transit, so if you, and I don't know what your timeline is, do you want to unmute and give any updates while you can?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Kelly. So the most recent thing was that we had about 70 teachers at the Federal Reserve building a couple of weeks ago to start a discussion about what learning outcomes we want to see students know and understand or be able to do when they leave a personal finance course. So, the state standards were passed in June. They're very big and broad. They fit on a half of a page. They don't provide much direction for anybody developing a curriculum or a course. So what we're attempting to do is develop some consensus on what types of things we'd like to see the kids know or be able to do when they leave that course, kind of specific stuff. So that was a great first meeting. It's going to take a number more for sure, but we had great teacher-led tables for each of the standards, and you could just see in just a short amount of time how much progress we were able to make. But we definitely will be attempting to do more of those meetings and doing some virtually as well for people who are not able to physically gather down in Southeast Michigan. So none of that is scheduled as of yet. We're waiting on a couple of other things to fall into place first, but that was a great start for that process. A lot of districts right now are starting to talk about whether or not they're going to have a separate, how they're going to hit these state standards, basically, is what they're discussing. Whether they're going to have a standalone personal finance course, whether they're just going to keep it in econ like they've always done and change nothing, despite the will of the people through the law that was passed. They have that freedom. And so if you know people in your districts that are in that decision-making process, make sure that you lean into them with whatever your preference is to how you would like to see that those standards implemented in that district, because all that's required is they hit those standards. It doesn't matter what course or how they teach them. They could do it all in a day if they wanted. And so other than that, we are, just like you, looking to schedule dates in 2024 for our economics and personal finance challenges. Our personal finance challenge, we're hoping we get a ton of participation this year. That is an event where the students are given a case study of a fictitious family and have to act as the financial planner to help give them some guidance on their financial decision making. And then we also kind of blocked August 12th to 14th at the Federal Reserve for a summer conference next year in conjunction with Next Gen Personal Finance. So I think those are the major things that are on my plate right now. And if anybody has any questions for me, I'll be on the call and can answer them. Kelly, thank you.
So for the new folks on the call, Derek is with the Michigan Council on Economic Education. We do have some new folks, so it would be helpful, I think, if everyone either updated, their name, or just, when you introduce yourself, just let us know what organization you're with. Thanks, Derek. Anybody who wants to go next? Mute, or I can just go around the room.
And Kelly, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Hi, good.
Good to hear you.
Yeah, sorry you're not feeling well.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's awful. So hi everyone, I'm Lori Brevetto. I am an extension educator with Michigan State University Extension. In particular, I'm in 4-H, so our youth development program. So I work with a team that does financial literacy as part of our work. We also do career exploration and workforce readiness with young people leadership skills for youth 5 to 19. And so we also have staff members who with MSU Extension who do adult financial education, but we're the youth component. So one of the things that I want to just mention is we're offering our Show Your Money Smarts contest again with some changes this year. So we have our Show Your Money Smarts contest, which is online for youth 13 to 19. So this year is our 6th year of running that. Young people will learn about the topic for the year, and then which is about choosing a financial institution. And then they will or like what financial institutions are, basically like where you can put your money. And then they compete in a quiz online, which is on Kahoot. And then they can win a $50 gift card depending on their score. So that one, they just need to register by April 29th. We're going to offer some online self-guided learning and then some online live, Zoom learning webinars as well. And they can also just do self-learning however they want to learn about those topics, about the topic. And our awesome sponsor is the Michigan Credit Union Foundation. So we appreciate them for the support for those gift cards for youth who do well. Our other contest that has some changes to it is the cash composition contest. So this one in the past has just been for younger youth, and this year we decided to extend it. So we're going to have 2 age brackets, 9 to 13 and 14 to 19. The top 3 scoring essays in each of those age brackets are going to get a $100 gift card. The topic this year is on budgeting. So our question is, what is a budget? Discuss the different types of income and expenses that make up your budget, and how does a budget help you manage money? And so that one, young people, we also changed the date for that one. So registration or entry needs to be done by February 29th. It's actually a leap year next year. So by the leap year day next year, and then we'll have winners announced in time for Financial Literacy Month in April. And our sponsors for that is Extra Credit Union. So we're grateful because they've been sponsoring that and also being judges for quite a few years now for us. So we're very grateful. I think Lacey's on. So, and those are some of the big things going on right now. If there's anything that we can help with in terms of connecting with youth programming, partnering to do youth programming, or if I can connect you with our adult financial educators, please let me know. And I think that's it for me.
Lori, could I make a request? Sure. Would you email me the updated information for the contests?
Sure can. Yeah.
With the direct link of where that information lives?
Yeah, I sure can. We just both of them just were open for registration. So perfect timing. Yeah. So I'll send that all to you over to you. And I'll put the link in the chat too with that website has both contests on it. So
and then I know it's not your quote job, but could I also get the same thing for the Adulting 101?
Oh, sure.
Series?
Yeah, I don't know if they have we do an Adulting 101 series as well. So those are monthly on a variety of topics. I don't know if they have, we have the ones for November, October, November scheduled, but I don't know if they have beyond that right now. So I'll check into that for you.
If you would, I just don't want to promote like the wrong web page or the wrong link.
Correct. Yeah.
I just want to make sure that I have whatever is most current. So thank you. I
Yeah, no
appreciate
problem.
it.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. Thanks, Kelly.
Yeah. So let's see, how about Lisa? Lisa, are you able to unmute and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Lisa Slaughter, and I am with Marshall Community Credit Union. And this is my first time joining a meeting, and
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you. We are just getting ready to kick off our program on November 1st for financial counseling.
Oh, so tell us about that. What do you mean you're ready to kick off your program? Is that, tell me about that.
So I have been a CUNA certified for a couple years and just have met with members individually or as they need. But we are actually doing a whole marketing push, and we'll have a website and start doing employee, having them do referrals. And we're just going to start with working on budgeting, saving plan, and like credit report, building help. And then looking to, in the future, start doing more stuff in the community for our members in seminars and that kind of stuff.
Great. Good. Are you plugged in with any of the local libraries for our Smart Money Michigan Kids Read?
So my focus will be on more of the adult education, and then we have a different person who does more of the youth. So we have a big See You in School program that we have been running for several years.
Okay.
So we have student run branches, and she does a lot of that youth kind of stuff with that, with the reading and everything.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure that we're connecting dots, because there's an opportunity, and maybe she already knows this, but maybe you could share with her that through the foundation, she could possibly do special programming with this year's new book.
Okay.
In her school outreach.
Yeah, I can let her know for sure.
Thank you. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Glad you're
Thank you.
here. Let's see. I see who's next. I see Cynthia Miller. Do you want to unmute, Cynthia?
Oh, you threw me. It's Cynthia Walker, unless there's another Cynthia.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Cynthia Walker. Okay.
Excuse me. I'm Cynthia Walker. I'm head of children's services at the Waterford Township Public Library. We have been working this program for many years now. We do a Saturday story time with our older students and like preschool through grade 2 or 3. Call it Bunny Money, and so we read the current book and a few other books on finance, and then we have offered a little wooden bank for them to paint and keep, and we've done the Money Smart game and shopping games and just some other simple games for them to kind of get a feel of money, buying what you want, what you need. Genesis Credit Union has partnered with us and offering like goodie bags and things for them, so that's been fun. We've done the adult sometimes has done programs for like financial wellness, college planning, and different things during that month as well. I keep thinking I'd like to do something different, but not sure what yet, so I'm still tossing that all around in my mind.
Well, if it helps at all, I can tell you that, and maybe this is good for everyone to hear, that this year's book, last year's story was about the lemonade stand and the cookie stand and teamwork, and we got into the basics of counting and addition. So this year, kind of building on that, this year they will be selling tickets to the talent show, and there is a piece of subtraction in there. You know, if somebody needs 2 tickets and they give you $5, how many do they get back? And the real meat of the learning moment in this year's story is the difference between wants and needs. So I wanted to add to, I didn't want to just do the same thing of counting to 20 and, some basic addition that we did last year. So at the end, when the characters are, kind of counting how much money they made, each one of them starts saying, well, I'd love to get a new hula hoop, and I'd like to get a blow up flamingo, and I'd like to buy a this, and so then, Wise Owl says, well, let's talk about are these things that we want, or are these things that we need? And so just kind of an FYI, I don't know if that helps you in your brainstorming as you think about programming around this year's book. But wants and needs is one of those core, learning moments in it. And just as an aside, one of the libraries had mentioned something about, because it's the talent show and you think about, the curtain, that she might have like a curtain set up in the room, and the talent that the kids all have, the characters, are things that all children can relate to. So that the idea is that, everyone has a gift and everyone is special. So, like Moose is doing, how many handstands can you do in a minute? And hula hooping, I think Groundhog is doing hula hooping, and somebody else is doing a magic trick, making money disappear. Woodpecker does that. Anyway, I don't know if that's helpful or not, but I thought I would share just a little bit of the tidbits from this year's storyline.
Oh, always. So thank you. Yeah, we do something similar with the shopping game. I set up like a grocery store with different food groups, and I throw in some bling jewelry and DVDs, toys, something to tempt them. And they're given a list and some money. And the goal of the game is to get everything on their list and have $1 left. So, so you want the DVD, that's $5, but did they get their chicken and vegetables?
Yeah, that's
so
awesome.
they figure out pretty quickly, if I save my $1, then in 5 weeks, I'll have $5 to buy the movie.
Right.
I even gave them out, $1 for a treat, cookies or ice cream. And one girl says, well, if I don't buy a treat, I could get $2, save $2. I said, yes, ma'am.
Exactly.
So, she's
awesome.
going to go far in life, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's
all
really
right.
good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So watch for more. I'm sure you've already registered to get your books.
I hadn't done it because we were trying to figure out how many we want to do and how many, what are we going to do this year? So that's still thinking in my head. Probably get 50 to 75 at least. So
yeah. Okay, cool. Let me know if you have any questions.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Do we want to go to Deb Morrison? Deb Morrison, are you able to unmute? Lacey, do you want to unmute?
Hello, everyone. My name
morning.
is Lacey Cornell, and I'm with Extra Credit Union in Macomb County, and I am the school and community relations coordinator. We have a lot going on, but nothing that's standing out that I want to share. We are very busy with a lot of events coming up. We are partnered with some of our local elementary schools that we will be attending, some of their events. One of them has us coming in to attend their trunk or treat, and they wanted us there to pass out not only if we had candy, but materials, information to the students. So we're going to pass out our color changing pencils, and we have this cool little pamphlet that catches kids' eyes. So we're going to pass out that and some activity books. So that'll be a fun way to get our name out. And we are partnered with some local communities that do packaging for food. So we go in and package food to send home with kids over the weekends. We do that through 3 different districts. So we have a couple events scheduled with them as well coming up, but I already feel like looking at my calendar, October's gone, November's getting halfway there, and next thing you know, we'll be in 2024. So
Yeah,
lots of good stuff happening, very busy.
yeah. Yes, so let me know when we're able to talk about magic show stuff.
Yes.
Like in a
So
sidebar. I mean, it doesn't have to be today, obviously, but
yes. So I know
offline.
we're still waiting for our budget. So anyone on the
Okay.
call, we talked about the magic show, and Extra Credit Union actually attended 2 shows that were in one of our school districts, and it was a phenomenal show. So I had actually spoke with Kelly because we would like to offer that to some of our other schools that maybe didn't fall in line for the low income. So we are working on being able to sponsor that show at some of our other schools as well.
Right. Yeah, I'm super excited. Yeah, because with my title sponsor for that, they do have a requirement of, at least a 51% low income student population. And so, like Lacey observed, within a district, we had some schools that qualified and some schools that didn't. And so I was super excited when she said, well, maybe we could sponsor some of them. So yeah, so keep me posted. I'm really excited about that.
Yes, will do.
Okay, cool. Let's see, anything else? What do you guys think about guest speakers? Like today, we have 15 minutes. I could bring somebody in to talk about whatever folks are interested in learning more about. Or something that you think that you would like to share for the good of the order on a more formal presentation basis.
Kelly, this isn't a question if they would be, interested in presenting, but was there anybody from Junior Achievement on the meeting today?
Not today. They were here last month.
I thought so. I was just wondering if they were here today because I had a couple of questions. All right, thank you.
Oh yeah, sorry. No representatives today. But yeah, they added to the conversation last month. I'll have to follow up and find out how they were registered, but they didn't make it. I know stuff comes up, but that's why we record these. I do get every month we get at least a dozen views of a meeting. So people are trying to stay up to date. Well, if you have questions for me, you can always reach me, as you know, in between meetings, but I am going to end our recording now and just thank everyone for being here and remind the next meeting date is November 8th. And then we have a December 6th meeting, and then it is 2024. So hopefully folks are registered for our upcoming November 8th meeting. And I will see you all then. I'm going to stop the recording and we can continue to have, offline conversation if folks have things that they need to cover. Thank you all for being here.